kick to the gut.
I like it.
Yo, it's Monday afternoon, and you know what that means.
It's Mr. Wait, why am I saying your name?
I don't know why. Are we switching things up today? It's Mr. Young.
And it's for in the building, bro. We're not trading places, I hope.
No, we're not. We're still doing what we do. How are you doing, bro? I saw somebody, I saw somebody on social media hang out with the cool kids at the, was it National Stadium or Indoor Stadium?
Sports Hub, brother, man.
Sports Hub. The big open air one, lah.
Yeah, the huge air stadium, bro.
Nice. Caught some Billie Eilish. How was that, my friend?
Bro, I'm the bad guy. Wait. I gotta say something first of all, bro.
Sure.
Billie Eilish, if those who didn't know, she's only 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So it's safe to say when I was right near the front, like one of the,
Nice.
I was right in the crowd, right in front, right? Safe to say, I was one of the oldest people there.
How did you feel? Did you feel like, hey, what are all these ginna around me? These children.
Bro, I don't know what these Gen Zs are eating, bro. But they are tall and they are huge and they are well fed, bro.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, right, it makes sense because every generation gets better food as the economy grows, as life becomes easier. They get fed better food. You know what I'm saying?
You know what this means, bro?
What?
We need to have a Hunger Games in Singapore. Let's go.
What the hell? Hunger Games? Why?
They're too well fed, bro. We need to streamline them already.
Oh my god. Okay. So all that aside, right? I'm not gonna lie. I was going through everybody's Instagram page, and okay, I could have bought a ticket. I could have gone, right? But the old man in me is like, you know what? Maybe I'm too old for this shit, and that's why I didn't go. So I don't know,
bro,
man.
Don't worry. You were, and I also am. The music is great. Don't get me wrong. She's a great performer. But when she was starting to kind of do some of her how should I put it without sounding like a pedo?
What?
Her suggestive moves, right?
Oh, sultry.
Her sultry moves, right? Of course, the teenage crowd, all the boys, there was a lot of young boys that were like, oh my god, she's so hot, oh my god, fuck yeah. And then I just had nothing better to do. I just started screaming, no, this is child porn, no, child porn.
Oh my god, what the? Hey, she's 20, okay, so she's fine.
I know. It's just that I do not want to I don't know. I suddenly feel like a very concerned elder brother. I don't know why.
Hey, bro, are you now the conservative dad? Is that what you're destined to be?
Bro, I think once you turn 30, you suddenly transition. Suddenly you have all these values and morals. But I tell you, 10 years ago, I would be like, yeah, bro, go do that shit.
Okay, Irvin says, Billie Eilish shooks, I was in Pen B, so many kids. Free tickets, baby. Hey, nice, congratulations. Tell me, what's up? Welcome to chat, everybody. By the way, please drop by the chat and say hi, okay? Let us know you're here. Helmi says, can't wait to hear about Singapore's new hidden gem, ROR, and we'll get to that. Vice in just a little while. I'm excited to talk about it because I wasn't there. I know you were there, but I did catch a bit of it on YouTube.
Yes, for sure. It's great that they already have it out on YouTube.
Yeah, man.
Very fast as well because it happened this past Tuesday and they already have a great production up on YouTube. So I'm looking forward to all this great content. And have you realized, bro, it's not just ROR, bro. Yeah. Have you seen the content across the board from our other promotions that's being rolled out?
Yes.
Getting better in quality, bro?
Well, I think everyone realizes that to get attention, to get your content out there, you can't just have great events, right? Yes, the events are there, it's word of mouth, but you need to, jump on the social media and spread the word, let people know. And I'm happy that they're doing that.
Yeah, for sure, bro. And of course, as we said last week, as our podcast grows, this operation gets bigger, there's more things to cover. We can't do it all alone, bro. We gotta have our day jobs and life and stuff like that. So if you were in ROR at Ring of Rebirth, you saw that I had somebody tag along with me, and that will be your new kick to the gut face, that you'll see on the live events. We got Saleh, our new kick to the gut roving reporter / intern, bro.
That's right. Are we gonna say that Saleh is our young boy?
Sure. He's our young lion, bro.
A young lion, okay, yeah. I'll go with that. Nice. Hold on. Sorry, go ahead.
So I was saying, if the next time you see him, I told him, whatever you do, just wear the kick to the gut shirt and you'll be fine. Everyone will take care of you because we shook hands, got to know everyone and introduce everyone. So I think he will be well embedded in the community going forward, brother.
Very nice. I personally haven't even met the guy yet, so I can't wait to meet the guy. Before we jump into the pro wrestling proper, there's one more concert that's upcoming that I'm a bit I feel like I'm too old, but bro, bro, you gotta like take my side on this and tell me that I'm not too old to go to this concert. Chat, please let me know if I'm trying to relive my youth too much, okay? But I've been considering this one, bro. I don't even know if I can get my wife because I guarantee a lot of kids one.
Wait, what's this?
Blackpink, bro. Blackpink coming to Singapore next year, bro. I'm like, Pumbaya. I will say that their latest single, Pink Venom, a bit of a letdown. But hey, this is not a freaking K-pop podcast. This is pro wrestling.
Bro, it can be anything you want it to be, bro. We also got a K-pop cosplayer in wrestling as well.
Cosplayer.
Yeah, so it's all good, man. It's all good. Wait. Blackpink is coming next year, early next year, is it?
Yes, I believe. I can't remember exactly what month already. I don't even know if tickets have gone on sale, but that one confirmed tickets will sell out, so I don't have to worry about, going or not going. Confirmed tickets sell out, but I'm like, should I even try?
You're never too old to watch a couple of good-looking Korean women dance, man. Let's go.
I will go with my wife, and then we'll just be sitting in a sea of children. That's what's going to happen.
Bro, I've done it. It's an experience you need to experience at least once in your lifetime.
Sure. But okay, there's difference. There's a difference. Billie Eilish has this, like, she's an old soul, I feel. You listen to her music, she's an old soul. Blackpink is straight up pop until cannot pop. Like, you know?
You pop your collar like that when you see you.
Pop your collar. Did you just use a Usher reference?
Okay, sorry, 20 years too old already.
That's our freaking generation lah. Usher and all that already. October Henry Rollins. What does that mean, Irvin?
Henry Rollins? Oh, I thought you mean October Green Day, because Green Day is coming in October.
Wake me up when September ends. Just nice. September ends. Green Day show up.
Nice. Nightwish, highly recommended. Okay, yeah. Suddenly this become a music podcast. I love it.
I work at a radio station. You talk entertainment news. It fits, bro. It fits.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm trying to figure out how we can segue back to the wrestling, but I kind of want to lay in this music thing that we're talking about as well.
Bro, you know what we're doing? We are laying the groundwork. We're testing the audience. Whether there is a audience for a kick to the gut spin-off. Kick to the ears.
Bro, if you kick to the ear, isn't that just a switchy music, bro?
Hey, see. So everything ties back to the original branding of pro wrestling. It makes sense, bro. And then we can review TV shows and movies called Kick to the Eyes.
And then I can review home tours called Kick to the Real Estate.
And then we review porn, Kick to the Balls.
Astaghfirullah. Okay. Oh, sorry guys, for this ROR review is coming up real soon. We're gonna get all the niceties out of the way first and foremost.
Here's the thing. For all the garbage that not garbage, these are legitimate ideas, but all the things that we are talking about, it won't be the most degen thing. The most degen thing is yet to come, and oh my god, I can't wait to talk about it. It's right there in the photograph. You can see, Mox over there and a very iffy guy.
When you, Mr. Young, when you texted me yesterday, like, okay, this is what we're going to be talking about today's podcast, and Mox versus Effy, then I'm like, oh my god, we're going to have to talk about this. I was hoping that we could actually avoid this topic.
Why? See, why would we want to avoid it though? Like, I was also thinking, like, should I show the video of it? But then I'm like, what if YouTube takes us down for showing this stuff that it's trying to masquerade as pro wrestling? Okay, I won't even start. Let's skip. No, not skip, but we'll get to it in just a little while.
Let's describe it in great detail using our oratory skills later. Never mind.
Oh my god, oratory skills. Okay, maybe not the proper phrasing considering what we're going to talk about. But first and foremost, we want to give a shout out to everybody who was down at the Ring of Rebirth event, Vice, and of course Eurasian Dragon for inviting us and stuff like that. Always a lot of fun catching up with the wrestling audience. Man, bro, I feel like I haven't been to a local wrestling event in such a long time.
Yeah, man, bro, you gotta find some time to make time, bro, because the wrestling's been getting good, and I think the scene is getting more vibrant. I think one thing I like about the recent shows that I've been going is there's other support from other wrestling promotions as well. So even this past Tuesday, ROR, I saw people from SPW. I mean, of course, the show itself have wrestlers from all these other promotions.
Yes,
but I think just the support. I think for a while, maybe a few years back, it was pretty exclusive.
Yeah.
But you can tell that right now everyone's kind of I think the pandemic really brought everyone together, and like now everyone just wants to support each other, which is great, lah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see more. There's definitely more in store, and there's a bit of a teaser as well. We'll get to that in just a bit. But okay, Ring of Rebirth. Set the stage, my man. How was the experience like hitting it down and watching the live show?
Okay, I can liken this show, right, to a very underground, very like, if you know that you know, like very exclusive gig, bro.
Hold on, like Raw Underground.
Yeah, maybe. I would say I would compare it to like a music hardcore gig, bro.
Sure,
like
sure,
you know,
okay.
when I used to be a band boy growing up. Like I used to play gigs, like all these jamming studios in these industrial buildings. So essentially, that was what it was, right? It was like held in an industrial studio, industrial building. And from what I understand, this is actually SPW's training facility here. So they actually rented a unit for them to have this practice ring and for them to do their training. So ROR, I guess, sublets it, right? As we talk about with Dragon.
Yep.
And when I come in, like, of course, it's really in the middle of nowhere, bro. So like when I was heading out, I was like, what's the nearest freaking MRT? No, the MRT is there, but it's still a 1 kilometer walk from the MRT. I'm like, okay,
never mind.
It's gonna be one of those nights, bro.
Get you pumped up, you know, get your heart pumping before you actually head to the event. I will say though, just like I said, I eyeballed the YouTube video, right? And the fact they threw up the video, not just threw up the video, bro. I was very impressed with the editing. So whoever's editing the ROR videos, kudos to you or you all, my friend. Maybe it's a team, whatever it is. I really, like watching it, I was like, okay, the person who's doing it knows and loves the product. Like that's what I feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So whoever it is, please reveal yourself so we can tag you and give you your just plaudits, right?
Yeah. Just dues and everything. Tova King, what's up? Div Royalty, it's good to see you. Welcome to the chat, by the way. We're talking about Ring of Rebirth. And okay, so, and they were even nice enough to include in case you missed the last event, sort of a recap, which I really appreciated because obviously I didn't go to the first one. I needed a primer. I needed to know what happened last time. So this like what you missed thing right at the start, it just makes sense. I love the vibe of the studio show. I will say this though, and I don't know how it was in the live element because obviously things were cut out, right? But I did feel like maybe like, you know, because they interview both teams before and then the winning team after, that kind of thing. Yeah, I felt that maybe we could have gotten into the action sooner, but that's just a small gripe, and I understand because at the end of the day, right, they're also training a lot of the students to get comfortable to mic. Not everyone is comfortable, and it kind of shows who's like very comfortable, like, you know, your Dragon and your what's the dude's name? Wham Bam?
Wham Bam Bellows.
I thought he was the MVP of the night. He had me cracking up, like legit laughing the whole time with his tinfoil hat gimmick.
His promo was amazing to watch live. Yeah, I'll get to that in a bit, but like you said, right, for one of my earliest observations, first impressions was like, okay, this really feels like a territory setting, right? Remember a couple of years ago, we watched NWA Power, and I really enjoyed that. And you know, Dragon is a fan of like Memphis wrestling, Jerry Lawler. Yeah, so you can tell the format is inspired by that, right? So we had a great interviewer. I'm so sorry, I didn't remember his name, but this guy, very roly-poly fella, very smiling face. He looks like you know what, he would actually do well in social media, you know, if like S-Gag hired him, or if like...
What are you trying to say? He has a comedic face, likable face?
I would say no, he has a very likable face. It's like you want to protect him, you know.
Okay.
So that makes him great fodder, right? For the heels or for all these wrestlers to bully him. You get what I mean?
Correct. And then you get a bit of the heat on the heels, and then the babyface can come in to save the day, quote unquote.
Yes. So that's one thing I noticed straight away. So I think the promo-centric nature of this promotion, I think makes it stand out already. Before anything else, right? And secondly, I feel like we always talk about non-canon, right, bro? I feel like this show exists in its own pocket universe, bro. Yeah, you know, like what's that that stupid thing that WWE did for a couple of episodes? Like Southern Wrestling or something. I remember.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah, not Mid-South and actual. Like, you know, John Cena and the bunch of them were there. But that one was more like a comedy sort of a deal. This one, Yes, there's a lot of elements of comedy, but also it feels like a FCW, like a place where people go to refine their character, but not have it be part of the canon.
Yes, so like for me, like it works to a certain extent because like all these SPW or grapple match wrestlers that come by, it feels like they're passing by the territory, right?
Yeah.
So the one that are the constant, the regulars, of course, we have the old timer in Dragon, and then we have like the trainees. So those were the people that they will always have matches.
Right.
But the revolving cast of people that's passing through, like the Wham Bams of the SPW wrestlers or the Grapple Man wrestlers, I think that changes it up and makes it interesting. And of course, they have their storylines as well.
Yes. XB, what's up? XB says Southpaw Wrestling. Yes.
Yes. Southpaw. Thank you for the live chat, bro. So Southpaw Wrestling. So yeah, I like it because immediately it's there's a focus on humor. There's a lot of relatability. Like, you know how when in SPW and Grapple Max, the chants are very localized, right?
Yeah.
I feel this one really leans into that, and I think if you're a fan or if you're a local fan, even if you're not a wrestling fan, but it's an everyday regular Singaporean, right? The jokes that they came out, like you get it straight away.
Yeah. Haley, it's good to see you as well. Okay, let's first of all the aesthetic of it, and I don't know about the aesthetic on site. I'm talking about the graphics and everything, right? Do you realize there is a video game theme going on, like 2000s video game theme?
Yes, I do.
Like there's press start, obvious video game not, and then Vice is like the logo and the vibe was Vice City from GTA.
GTA, yeah. Oh, so, yeah, you're right.
So somebody is obviously very inspired by that generation of video games.
Somebody is a video game fan. Somebody really likes their Ready Player One or their Tron or whatever it is.
Tron, wow, you went way back on that one.
Bro. Yeah, I'm a pop culture aficionado, brother.
okay. Let's jump into the match card. So the first match that started the card off, right? International tag team match. We had Arif, who's doing the whole grab gimmick, right?
Yes. Okay, please lay the card down for all of us.
Can. Arif and Wonder Boy from IPW versus Wham Bam Bellows and the Eurasian Dragon. It's interesting to see Eurasian Dragon. This is my first time seeing him play it up as a heel. Yes,
because he was talking about it, like kind of previewing it, right? When he was doing his shows for the foreign workers. But yeah, so my first impression of like all of these people, like of course I've seen the MyPW wrestler JY Eagle for a while. Oh, shout out to him, bro. When I shook his hand, he was like, "Hey, I listen to the podcast a lot." So like we got a regular listener all the way from Malaysia, man.
Yeah, appreciate it, my friend.
Yeah, he looks good, bro. He is built, bro. I would say he's hench.
Hench.
Okay, hench maybe a bit too extreme, lah.
What is hench? Is that an actual term?
Bro, yes, it is. You go Urban Dictionary, bro.
I'm not cool. I'm too boomer already, bro.
Bro, hench is the next level of Jack. Yeah, I
Swole?
Guess. Swole.
Buff?
And then there's hench.
Okay, hench. Hench is the new one.
Final form, bro.
Everybody, I've learned a new word today. I'm very happy.
Yeah, but the reason why I pointed it out was because we've met him before, bro. A couple of years ago, he was wrestling in Grapple Max. He was still a boy there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got the body of a man, bro. I want his body, bro. So like, shout out to you.
You want Wonder Boy's body? Okay, I got you. Somebody clip that because that is.
I do not want to be on his body. I just want his body. Okay, get it?
Yeah, you want his body. I know. We heard you loud and clear. Hey, certain things were repealed on Sunday, so it's all good, my friend. At least you don't have to look over your shoulder anymore.
Just to clarify, Billie Eilish, I watch with my girlfriend, a female. Okay, just to clarify.
Right. Okay. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Just saying.
All right.
Okay.
We digress too much, bro.
Talk about the match itself. First of all, the whole selling the tinfoil hat for $5. Did somebody actually pay $5 for the damn thing?
I think Guru or Lady Killer tried to buy it from them. So
right.
So I kind of like cozied up towards the Grapple Max people. Like I said hi to Prabhu. I was chilling with Val behind. I saw Lady Killer, blah blah blah. Bro, Guru is like the ultimate heckler. I love it. So right, you don't have to worry whether anything is cringe or not, because he's gonna be there calling it out. The moment it's cringe, he will fucking call it out. So it was they had a good audience to like test their material against. You know what I mean? And
it's such a cozy space as well. Anything that anybody else will definitely be heard, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. So yeah, coming into it, Wham Bam Bellows, Eurasian Dragon. Like we've seen Bellows a bit,
Yep.
but he's a huge guy, bro. Like I would say, maybe easily 150 kg, almost 200. I don't know. He's big, and he reminds me of the Nasty Boys. He seems to be inspired by the Nasty Boys.
Okay, so we have three veterans, obviously, or sort of intermediate to veteran. Tell me about the new guy. Tell me about Arif, the quote unquote the delivery guy. That's his gimmick.
Yeah, so Ahmad Arif, right? It's like he's like a new guy, old guy. Like I've seen
new guy, old guy.
He's kind of like an old new guy.
Explain.
He is like Boogeyman joining WWE when he's in his late 30s. I don't know. You get what I mean? He's a veteran.
Right.
He's a veteran.
Okay.
He's a veteran of life, but a newbie in wrestling in a sense, right?
Understand. Okay.
Okay, from what I understand, he has been around the local wrestling scene. So maybe he did train before, or he wrestled a bit, but he took a long break. And I think he is very instrumental in forming this ROR together with Dragon, right?
I see.
So I guess he's the brains of the brains behind the operation, but I think he also using this platform as well to live out his dream and to do the wrestling as well. Bro, I like him, bro. He looks like this very friendly Malay older brother, you know.
Okay.
So he is really leaning into this Grab driver stereotype, bro.
Yeah.
He is okay. I can say it because I'm Malay, right?
Okay.
You know, like if I walk down a rental flat and I see like a family of 4 kids, right?
Yeah.
The father is probably this Ahmad Arif getting ready to go do his honest day's work as a Grab driver. So I respect, but like immediately relatable, bro. I'm like, I see this fella 10 times in my lifetime just chilling in Bedok.
Right,
So,
I got you.
I mean,
Okay.
so like maybe he's waiting for his orders for his Grab. So in the meantime, he go wrestle for a living, earn extra pay lah. Respect to him, right?
Yeah.
He just seems like a nice guy. So immediate baby face, bro. Immediately. Sure. And of course, JY Eagle, I think, was carrying the load of the team. I think he's the young guy, but he's like a very smooth, seasoned worker. Like to me, right, an equivalent in here in Singapore, he will be something like Remus.
Okay.
Yeah, or like his style also is similar. Like he kind of a bit of a high flying. I mean, the Eagle already gives it away, like the nickname.
Right.
Yeah, so he was really, really good in kind of like having the fast, exciting offense. Bellows and Dragon, right? Oh man, like they were not only just entertaining on the mic and the promos, they were entertaining in the ring as well, bro. Do you see how they acted as a team?
Yes, I did.
They're just scoundrels, bro. Scoundrels. Yeah. So like seeing Bellows kind of like bullying the two babyface wrestlers and Dragon kind of like cheering him on. Yeah, it was great. Like it was very old school, bro. I think if you watch this show in the 80s, you sit down, you'll probably be like heckling them.
Right.
You know, but like I guess as a smart audience, you kind of appreciate what they're trying to do and you kind of go along with the booing, all in fun spirit. So I really like their chemistry there.
Nice. All right. Next, after that, right? So in the video, there was a cut to a promo. Now the question is, did you see the promo live or what was that?
So the promo was done after the fact, right?
Is it?
Wait. I haven't watched the video part. Okay. So the promo that they say, what was it? What were they saying? Let me see whether it jogs any memory.
So Varun Khanna, he had a quote unquote very important announcement.
Okay. So this guy, they did it off camera. I mean, not during the show itself.
So they just inserted it after the fact lah. So you didn't get to see or hear it.
Yeah, but also like I think Dragon sent like a explainer. He was saying that let me read it out. Okay, so Varun announced that he was leaving Singapore, right? Because people booed him at his debut, despite it is in his words, despite breaking 3 national records. So he has worked out a new contract to come and go as he pleases, bro.
So like a Roman Reigns deal lah.
Yeah, so the records broken. They even list out the records broken for context, bro. Fastest debut 3 weeks. That means in 3 weeks from the time he started, he wrestled already.
Right.
Fastest match, 38 seconds versus Meta. So he had the fastest ever debut match ever.
Hang on, let me show you the. So I don't know which swimming pool this is. Is this Safra Toa Payoh?
Oh my god.
But he does say, yes, I will be back, and a very heel sort of, cocky fellow vibe for sure.
Yeah. The third record that was broken by him. Fastest overseas debut at Vietnam Pro Wrestling. Within 5 weeks of his training, this fella already wrestling overseas, bro.
Okay. Immediately you get the vibe of, all right, this guy is like, what's that? It's like a Kurt Angle, Randy Orton, like where they list out their quote unquote achievements even before we've seen them very too much in the ring, and then it's like,
Yeah.
It's to build heat lah, and I appreciate that,
He's giving me Andrade El Idolo vibe, like a bit of Alberto Del Rio, like he's
like that, yeah.
Smart aristocrat,
Sure. So yeah, there you go. So he did cut a promo. Interestingly enough, if you look at all the comments in the comment section of the YouTube video, Varun's promo, everyone talking about Varun's promo.
Yeah, they love them some Varun, man. Like, so I can't wait to see him live if I get the opportunity to do so. But like, I think it's great, right? Does it add a lot of context while the match was happening? You kind of like know this is in the background.
Yeah, like the story. So I mean, once again, we go back to the whole editing of this video. Well done. Whoever did it knows what is that sound?
Not on my end, bro.
Is there a plane? Oh my god, are they attacking us? What the hell?
Bro, National Day over, bro.
Yeah,
Rally also over, bro.
Why are the planes still flying by?
Okay, but anyway, back to Varun.
Varun. Yes. So I am actually looking forward to seeing him once again when his schedule frees up. I mean, when he returns to Singapore and he can have matches and whatnot.
So yeah, the great thing is while the match was happening, the heels, definitely kind of got a victory. One thing I really liked was the post-match attack. Do you see that?
Oh, okay. No, I didn't. You're talking about which one? The Arif and Wonder Boy match, is it?
So at the end of the conclusion of the match, they got attacked by their own grab bag, bro.
Huh?
The grab delivery bag. They attacked the baby faces with it.
Oh,
and,
right.
So literally, Dragon kind of like the grab bag, like you can open up, can put your foot, right?
Yeah.
They put on top of the head, bro, like steel chair like that.
And then whack
and then whack. But it was kind of sad lah.
But the grab bag is made of cloth, so
that's why when they sold it, it was very. Yeah lah.
Helmi says the plane passed me by. So hey, Helmi, what's up? We must be living in the same area.
Oh dear gosh.
I don't know why I never realized it, but I just realized that Eurasian Dragon has like a little mustache going on. Is this new? Oh my god.
No!
It's now we got a motorcycle going by.
Okay, that's definitely my side. That's Bedok.
Oh my god, all the traffic we can hear, got planes, got motorcycle. We might as well be recording this in a freaking kopitiam.
Bro, we should just record it directly outside lah. Like our plan in season 3, let's go.
Yeah, only in Singapore, assist over Pekin. But yeah, definitely a fun sort of start to the card, right?
Yeah, and I think it set the tone for like that this is gonna be like light-hearted. There's gonna be dastardly things going on. People are gonna be in character. So I already know what's my mindset going into the rest of the matches lah.
Right. You're just there to have fun and just be silly. Nothing too crazy important, right? Okay, next up then, what is the Geylang Gamble?
Oh my god. Okay, so that is why, right? Getting myself in the right mindset after the first match was very important. Okay. So that I could stomach my way through this.
Oh, okay. Stomach your way through. I didn't watch this one. So, okay, you have the guy, Mr. Geylang, the guy who obviously loves Geylang. And Brother Bai versus Big Good Jack and who?
Effy.
No, it was a triple threat. Is it? Or is it 2v1?
Okay, wait, let me pull this out. So, no, it's actually just Mr. Geylang versus BGJ.
Oh, but Brother Bai was in his corner, is it?
Yes, Brother Bai was in his corner, but I guess he got involved. He was very, very involved on the sidelines trying to get his attention and all that.
Okay, hang on. I'm looking at Brother Bai right now, and all I have to say is, hey, Uncle Raymond's yo.
Before anything, the one with the flowery blue one, that is Mr. Geylang.
Yes, I kind of assume that.
Yes, so Brother Bai is of course the Bai, the matcha over there.
Okay,
bro, Mr. Geylang is how do I even begin to analyze this?
Referee Ryan says it was a 2v1 handicap match.
2v1, okay, 2v1. Yeah. That
He's a
explains why he
caricature
was
lah.
involved. He is, bro. Maybe I don't know whether it's me, but maybe Ring of Rebirth is trying to build their own curtail lah. That's
Oh,
all I can say lah.
okay, okay.
Okay. So like this guy, he definitely has the character down pat, right?
Sure.
So he was like promising everyone that I can give you you can go gala, it's on me, if I win I shall enjoy and like relieve myself in gala. He was
Oh,
he's the ambassador of the district lah, bro. I think Gelang should hire him to be like the ambassador for Singapore Night Festival, bro.
I don't know about that, but okay.
Yeah, so he wrestled in just his PE shorts, bro.
Bro, I'm watching the video right now, and by the way, you guys can watch the video for yourself. It's on Ring of Rebirth's YouTube page, right? He is wearing just his pants. He's taking off his Crocs and socks. Bro, what is going on? Why is he... This is how he's wanting to take off his pants. What is this?
Yeah, so he has this very weird obsession with trying to strip himself or trying to strip other people.
Because he loves Geylang, what?
Yes, and I guess he is no Matt Riddle. So when he does that, when he just wrestles in his barefoot and just in his PE shorts, he look like a very lost fella lah. He look like he homeless lah.
Here's the thing. Like you talk about being able to relate, right? If you go to Chinatown or you go to Geylang and you see some of these uncles sitting around with their shirt off, I mean,
Yeah.
there you go. He is like the quintessential Bing.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly, bro.
You know what would sell it? I'm not suggesting you go and get tattoos, my friend, but maybe some stick-on tattoos might sell the image a bit more.
Bro, best one, neck tattoo, bro. Go get a Cody neck tattoo right there.
Okay, I don't know about that, but like stick-on can, just space. And every week or every event got different tattoo. Actually, that'd be quite funny. But anyway, yes, I get the gimmick though, and this goes back to what Eurasian Dragon talked about, right? The second you see them, they talk for a bit, you understand who they are. And it's important for a show like this because it's not like it's new, right? You need to establish these people. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, and the best part is, right, knowing that he is really like that, right? I like this joke fella, right?
Yeah.
I mean, sorry to say lah, this is Danhausen, Orange Cassidy vibes, really, right?
Yeah.
That's what makes it so gratifying, right? When Big Good Jet is like chopping the shit out of him, bro. If you watch the match, right, like the first 2-3 minutes is just him getting his chest chopped until it's freaking red meat, bro.
Okay. Proper chops, not AEW want to be strong style type of chops,
No, this one is the kind of chop. After you chop, you can really cut and you can serve dry, bro.
Nice.
It's really. The best part is, again, shout out to the Grapple Max boys. They were really enjoying and they will keep egging him on and like doing one more chop.
Wait, so the heels won this one?
So the heels.
Oh my god, he just hummed. I'm watching the video right now as you are speaking.
Yes,
he hummed the interviewer.
Yes, dude.
Oh my god.
He is fixated in trying to get everyone to go on his Geylang dark side, bro.
So he's what the older generation would call a sex maniac. A sex maniac.
A chicopek, a boya.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very funny lah. The jokes and innuendos that was thrown around the room. It felt like a comedy improv night lah. That's also another part I was getting, right.
Sure.
Yeah, so very much enjoy Big Good Jack trying to bring seriousness to this pro wrestling match. Chopping the shit out of him. So I really enjoyed that. But of course, this brother by this Mr. Geylang, as kooky and goofy as they were, they got the job done, bro. They kind of still managed to surprise many people.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I mean, at the end of the day, if you had fun, that's the barometer, right?
For anyone who wants to know about Mr. Geylang, I suggest you just see his match for yourself and make your own judgments because I cannot describe it any better than just seeing him wrestle.
Yeah. And then if you want to, find the best lobang in Geylang, you can slide into his DM. No, I'm kidding. Please don't.
Exactly, bro.
Maybe he knows which lorong to go to for the best. Anyway, main event time.
Yes, okay. I was very surprised. It was the main event already, bro. So the time flew by really fast.
Yep.
3 matches in an hour, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So I guess every match had enough time to breathe because you also have to take into account the pre-match and post-match.
yes, the promos in between, right? And
Yeah.
I actually like it for them because it really does give them time to sell the story and work on their promo, and in a sort of like a cozy environment, right?
Yeah. The ROR video is how long was it on YouTube?
Oh, it's 1 hour. So okay, I'm looking at it right now. An hour and 12 minutes. Like I said, right from the start, the Eurasian Dragon and Wham Bam Bellows had me laughing already.
Yeah. Yeah.
After the recap, like maybe it might be a bit long in the tooth, sort of at the start, especially for those who are not very used to cutting promos. That's what I felt. So it kind of dragged a bit. But once like the guys who are very used to it started cutting their promos, I was like, okay, yeah, now shit's about to get interesting.
Nice. So like I really, really enjoyed the transitions, and the 1 hour, I think they cut it down, of course, for editing purposes, but that's how long it was to watch the event. So yeah, it was great. Really, really enjoyed it. So yeah, as we go segue into the main event, right?
Yep.
I was excited for a couple of things. I was excited to see the return of DJ Kel, my man. Yeah, party starter. Like we missed him in Grapple Max, the tournament.
Did he perm his hair, or did he always have curly hair?
I think he has either permed it or let it grow out. But looks good. I like it.
Looks very good. He has new ring gear as well, by the way.
Liking the new gear. I think he's like going for this Mustafa Ali look, I guess. And another guy I was very interested to check out is Effy, right?
Yes.
Effy. Yeah. So Dragon was talking all about him and his journey into wrestling. Very, very excited to see how he would perform.
Yes. So, they went up against Big T as well as Ho Ho Lun. So 2 veterans.
Yes, so Big T, of course, SPW fame, mighty back in the day. He's not really Big T. I would call him medium T right now.
Still big lah, still quite big lah.
Still good, but like respect the hustle that he's been making to change up his body. But immediately kena booed by the audience, bro. People don't like Big T, bro. Poor guy.
People know the character already. I guess.
Yeah, they know the character. And it doesn't help that Statement is there throwing abuse at him at the same time.
Oh, is it? Oh, so he's
Statement is there as a viewer, spectator, but I think he also like kind of got sucked in, and he was like inserting some storylines into the performance as well.
Doverkin said not Effy, man. Effy, not Effy.
No. We save Effy for later, bro.
Effy is a totally different story. And okay, I don't want to start because I was just about to launch into a huge tirade, but you know what? Never mind. We'll save it for later.
We shall save it for later. Yeah, but yeah. So Ho Ho Lun was the guy that was teaming up with him, and we had Ho Ho Lun on the show, and he told us that he was gonna perform here, right? Did you remember during the episode he said that he was a babyface? He was like a career babyface. Apparently that's not the case, bro. Because he was playing heel on this episode, bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, until the end, right? Because at the end he did the whole handshake thing, and then so
yeah. I just have to say that I think he's still miscast as a heel. Like I think he should just stick to playing babyface. I know he told me that when he performs in Philippines, like they hate him there. I think because of the whole political situation or whatever things. Sure. But like himself, like he just looks like a nice guy. Like I can't take him seriously as a heel. Just my opinion.
Right. Tell me about Effy's offense, because he is a bit of a skinnier guy, right? So it's like if him and the Trickster form the tag team, they would be the Chopsticks.
Oh my god, yes.
So tell me about his offense. Did it look legit?
Okay, before I launch into his offense, we need to briefly mention his promo that he did before the match.
Okay.
Of course, as a more feminine guy, right? So he was like, it was such an interesting dynamic because Kel was like this hype up guy. He was like, I'm gonna take you down, blah blah. And then Effy is like very, very sweet, like almost like saccharine. I don't know is that the right word? Like her voice or his voice is like very, it's like you wouldn't expect lah. It's very like quite right.
Okay.
But then right, the funniest thing was right, the crowd really picked up on it. And the crowd was really egging her on lah, because like I think he was kind of threatening Big T. So I forgot off the top of my head what was the insult that he said.
Right.
But it was like he was teasing him, and then like everyone like picked up, started chanting it, like you got no balls, or like, oh no, because he was like, yeah, he did that.
Oh,
So he was saying,
girl.
yeah. So like he was saying like, oh, you think you can beat us?
Oh, I see. Right,
Uh.
right. I
And then
got
the
you.
crowd, spearheaded by Guru, of course. Every
Of
time
course.
Big T was trying to say something, yeah, no,
So I'm gonna assume that he basically played babyface in peril most of the match.
Yes, he did. He did. The offense is very athletic.
Mm.
Reminds me of Sunny Case a lot.
Mm.
A lot of gymnastics situation right now. He did a very impressive top rope split leg drop onto I forgot who.
I
So
saw. I think it was on Big T, but yes, it looked very impressive. Nikita Lyons esque.
oh yes, Nikita Lyons, yeah. So like you can tell so for Effy like taking a lot of all the female wrestlers moveset and try to incorporate the situation. And of course, for the size and all that, of course, it's a great perfect babyface in peril for the likes of Big T, right? And
Of
Ho Ho
course.
Lun. Ho Ho Lun didn't go easy on Effy, I tell you, bro. He was stomping the shit out of the face,
Really?
attacking him, like going all in. Like there was this one part where he was like in the ropes, like like trying to like struggling on the ropes like that.
Yeah.
He like freaking attacked him from the head, like he want to take his money like that. Like
Wow.
like Nakamura.
Well, maybe you know what it is. He is snug, but it's not lady. You know what I mean? Like the best make it look painful. That's the whole point.
Yeah, so clearly, like definitely they had training together. Or if you probably did a seminar with Ho Ho Lun, so I think there's a lot of trust there. But as an audience, if you didn't know what was going on, wow, you look like this Ho Ho Lun was bullying the shit out of Effy,
Right.
man.
As you see the end of the match here, Ho Ho Lun sort of like men fences, shake hands, all become friends. So he retained his baby faceness here, huh?
Yeah. Oh, shout out to DJ Cal because DJ Cal, of course, had an electrifying performance when it was his turn, right, to come into the ring. And over the weekend as well, he apparently progressed through the first round of the APAC Championship tournament, if you saw on social media as well, bro.
Yes. One of these days, we have to go down for one of these shows, bro. Road trip. Let's go.
I would love to. APAC, let us know if you ever want to kick to the guys to come over. Just let us know, bro. Check it out.
So there you go. You have the main event there. And I'm looking at the notes, right? It says here, first time a representative from each Singapore promotion in the match. Okay, Ho Ho Lun, who has trained many of them. Yeah, we got DJ Cal, we got Effy, and we got Big T from all the different promotions. So you got Grapple Max, SPW, and Ring of Rebirth.
Yeah, so it's
Badass.
pretty dope. I love it. I don't know whether it's the first supercard that they've had in a long time, but if ROR brings all these talents under one roof, and don't forget, our referee also is Sodiq from SPW as well, right?
Hey, what a trip. I see him wearing bow tie all.
Yeah. So I think he was enjoying the old school referee vibes.
Yeah.
So the fact that all this was happening all at the same time under one roof, I think, oh man, I can't wait for them to have bigger shows performing in front of actual public audiences.
Exactly.
I think they will love it. I think they will love this.
So I don't want to give away what happens at the end. Everybody go and watch the video for yourself. You know, we want to give them the views because this is legit, guys, legit entertainment. You will be sports entertained. I watched the end part where there was a little bit of a, how do I put it? A cameo, right? Somebody you can expect for their next show, which apparently will be Halloween. I mean, think about it. Draw the lines, draw the connections for yourself. In fact, go and watch the video. That will be even better, right? But Halloween, which wrestler from Singapore? Halloween makes sense. And I got pretty hyped for this little promo that they threw up at the end. A little tease.
That is a giveaway, really, bro. That is the one I want to know. So yeah.
Well, there are a few horror related. Too much. Characters, you know, in the pro wrestling scene here in Singapore. But yes, go watch the video. I mean, kudos once again to whoever put this together, edited this, the motion graphics and everything. Very old school vibe. Oh, I wonder if I can find the motion graphics for you. I know you will appreciate it for sure.
Yeah, maybe you can play like the first 10 seconds of the intro video for them to see.
So it's like, you know, with the background and then they are moving in front of it.
Girl. Yeah. I saw all the comments in the chat.
Right.
Yeah, love it, man. Girl.
Okay, wait, hang on. I found it. There you go. So that's like the intro. You see the moving graphics?
Oh, awesome. Love it. You
backdrop.
See? Perfect. So, take notes. You know, I think the rest of the promotions, like if you want the views, like just have this production quality, and we'll be there, man. We'll definitely notice it. And ROR is coming. I think they got a lot to prove as well because they want to upset the established order here in Singapore. Right?
Don't say they're coming. Mr. Gilang might be in the chat. All right.
I know who's been in our Discord recently. Welcome Effy. Effy just joined the Discord. Just invited him.
Oh, Effy, what's up?
Yeah, and hopefully, he, of course, always checks out our podcast. Always checks out IG stories. I wish I had a chance to talk to him. Didn't have a chance to talk to him at that point in time, but big things for him in the future, man. He can be our Sonic Keys. He can be our representative, bro. So like, much respect. Hey, more diversity, the better, right?
Effy, you do you. Doesn't have to be a Sunny Kiss. Doesn't have to be an established person out there. Just do what you want to do. That's my advice. So okay, Ring of Rebirth. Once again, the video is on their YouTube page. Go Google it. Go check it out. Did I just say Google it? YouTube it. That doesn't even make sense. I'm very excited for them actually. Just watching this one. I go back and watch the first. Did they put the first event up as well? Okay.
I believe they. Yeah. Final thoughts. I think very promising. First few shows.
Yep.
You can tell production quality is there, effort is there. All they got to do right now is just get their characters like really fine-tuned so that they can be marketed randomly, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put out there for people.
I mean, and the point of these private shows, quote unquote, is for them to build this. So this is not like I don't see this as a ready product. That's why I would never judge this as a ready product. You know what I mean? This is obviously a work in progress. People are working through. It's like I said, like an FCW, like a territory where you work out the kinks of your character, and then at some point, okay, the big show comes. When are they going to get there? Well, akan datang. Wait and see.
Akan datang indeed. So it's going to be an exciting time for wrestling as well. Hopefully, Kick to the Gut can kind of cover all of it. We'll try our best. But,
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
In the meantime, okay, before we do anything, I don't know, but perhaps as we look at Ring of Rebirth and their premises right there, maybe at some point they want to move to a bigger place. Maybe they need to buy, maybe they need to sell, maybe they need to rent. Well, we have the right person for you. That's right. Nick Mutt, the sponsor of the podcast.
Nick Mutt's got your back. Nick Mutt's gonna buy and rent your stuff. And Nick Mutt's gonna talk wrestling with you. That's all it's all about, bro. Let's go.
Property lah. I don't know about if you want to buy and sell your like barang-barang lah.
You're not Karang-Guni, bro. This is not Karang-Guni, bro.
But, yeah. So buy, sell, rent property if you're in the market. And if you're not, well, at some point in your life, you will be. You're going to get married one day maybe. Or even if you don't, maybe you want to move out. Maybe you want to find a place for business, for residential, whatever the case may be. Take this man's deets down right now. Slide into his DMs if you have any questions about buying, renting, or selling, right? Take a screenshot of the QR code. Bam, it's right there. Or in fact, this is probably the best thing. Just follow him on Instagram, 65 Roofs. So, like I said, next time in the future, when hey, I need to go and rent a place, or I need to sell my place, or whatever it is, you know who to talk to, and you can go and talk to him about wrestling as well.
Yeah, man. Oh, look at that. Kenny Omega just made his return this past week.
Oh, can't wait to talk about that.
Very topical, bro.
Here he is with old Butch.
Yes, Butch. Hopefully Pete Dunne again. I hope they change the name.
There he is with Butch and Pete Dunne. Two totally different people, obviously.
Clearly, my brother.
And yeah, like we know, he is a huge wrestling fan. Talk to a fellow wrestling fan about your buying, renting, and selling needs.
Yeah, he told me, like, if you guys are not ready to get any property to talk about property, is fine. All he asked for is a follow, a mention, or like a shout out to him, like knowing that we came from us. So I think that he just wants to know that there is a market for wrestling fans who want to buy a property. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So right now, go follow him on Instagram and then tell him, slide into his DMs, your podcast boy sent you.
For sure.
Okay.
Girl.
That's right. So let's get to the juicy stuff. And oh my God, is it juicy or what? I don't even know where to start at this point. Okay.
I mean, 1 hour in, we need to take a break. We need to take a deep breath before we dive into this.
Okay, you know what? Let's talk about the good stuff first. Let's talk about the WWE. How about that?
Okay, let's go. Why not?
Okay. It's the Triple H factor, isn't it? Having longer matches. Their matches are like, quote unquote, more hard hitting. They're going out there, they're proving themselves. It almost feels like
NXT.
Doesn't it seem like a revitalized show to you? Like Raw, SmackDown?
It seems obvious that the talent is much more motivated. The talent is trying to show out and show out. Like even if it's like they're taking a loss, right? I feel like they are more invested in what they're doing in the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's as simple as that. I think it's just a new change of environment. People are just more reinvigorated, right?
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, Shinsuke versus Gunther is an exciting match on SmackDown. Whereas a few weeks ago, it would have been just, okay lah, it's happening lah, you know, they didn't really do much.
Yeah, but if they highlighted the fact that it's Shinsuke Nakamura, New Japan Fame NXT champion against Gunther, who has like defeated everyone in NXT UK, is this huge beast of a man. Yeah, of course I want to watch that.
Do the commentators sound like they are also having more fun? Like they are less stressed without a voice screaming in their ear?
One thing I didn't even realize, I don't know whether you watched this past SmackDown. They mentioned Jim Cornette on air, bro.
Oh, right.
Do you remember like the first opening?
Hang on. The dog needs to go out. Go ahead.
Okay, go doggy. Yes, for the rest of you guys, what's up? It's a Mr. Young and Foreign show. Let's go. Okay, you're just away for 5 seconds. I can't even do a rap, bro.
You were gonna rap? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna yo. Listen.
Hit row over here. Oh, sorry, the acclaimed over here. Yeah. So, Tovakin says Nakamura, Gunther blew me away. Kevin Owens. Who did he fight already? Oh shit! How did I forget?
Kevin Owens and Ezekiel. Oh, that was 1 week ago.
No. This past week. Oh, I don't believe I forgot. But was it Drew? Like they had a hard-hitting affair.
Yes, Kevin Owens. That was on Raw, right? Kevin Owens interrupted Drew's promo, and they had like that very great line that Drew said, "We are wrestlers, and our job is to freaking wrestle."
Yeah. Hey, Doc, what's up? Doc says they mentioned El Generico, which is Sami Zayn's older character. And how big was the pop for Sami Zayn in Montreal?
Oh my god, bro! One of my favorite episodes this year, bro. Do you watch the entire SmackDown this past?
Yes, I did.
This past week?
Okay, so there was this story coming up that the Usos couldn't make it into Canada because of their previous DUI issues.
Yeah, I don't know whether that is them trying to lean on real life storyline and kind of make it a storyline.
Yeah.
Or that legitimately happened again.
Yeah, because, okay, the point, no, and I think that is a legitimate thing where Canada, based on your DUI and arrest records, they may or may not allow you in. So it actually made things better for Roman Reigns because it put him at a quote-unquote like a vulnerable position, right? He's all by himself. And, well, if anything, it gave Sami Zayn the chance to shine because there he is taking the shots for the big dog. Like, it's like, I almost feel like I want to cheer for Sami Zayn now because, you know, he's low-key been doing like some of the most hilarious stuff. Just this lackey that at some point you're like, okay lah, give a chance lah. He like quite cool. He's quite not bad, what, you know?
Yeah, yo, bro, do you feel, okay, tell me if I'm wrong. Don't you feel that there is some comparisons between like Sami and Roman with like Kurt Angle and Stone Cold from 20 years ago, bro?
Kurt Angle, yes, a little bit, but obviously there were different levels lah. I mean, Kurt is obviously on another level, but yeah, I know what you're saying. It's okay. Oh, I hate saying this, but it's almost like Rock and Hurricane.
Oh wow, that's an even funnier comparison.
Yeah.
But why I say it was like Kurt Angle was because like Sami can go in the ring, but he's really leading into this goofy side of his character, and it's just works so well, bounces off so well against like a straight man like Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I hope they go places with it. I hope it leads to at some point some sort of a title contention for Sami Zayn. Imagine if Reigns has the two main titles and then the Usos have the tag titles and Sami Zayn freaking picks up. Even give him the 24/7 title. It makes the 24/7 title suddenly mean something. Like, I don't know if you noticed the 24/7 title kind of disappeared for a while.
Maybe they're trying to figure out what to do with it to make it
give it to Sami Zayn, and then he has a thing with him that he can parade. Like, see, I'm also a champion. We have all the championships. Like, this gives him an extra, and it's not like a proper, it's not like the IC title or the US title, which, they still need to headline their shows when Roman is not around. So, hey, Sami Zayn for 24/7 champion. Let's go.
I love it, man. Like, it's obvious. Like, even when he was part of the 5-man match, right, to determine the number one contenders for the IC title, I really felt that the crowd was rooting for him, right? They wanted him to perform. They wanted him to do well. I mean, the fact that it was his hometown crowd probably helped as well.
Hey man,
But
Canadians love their hometown wrestlers, okay?
yeah, they really wanted. But you know what?
What?
I'm not even mad that Sheamus won.
Yeah, no. Not see, here's the thing, it's the Triple H effect. Everything about it seems fresh. Now you got Triple H versus Triple H versus you got Shamus.
Bro,
Hey,
Sheamus versus who, bro?
Oh, Gunther. You know they're gonna beat the shit out of each other.
And you know what it is, right? Sheamus versus Gunther for the IC title in the UK, in Wales.
Yep. Bro.
Two European like wrestlers that's well respected. I think it's gonna be a banger of a match, bro. Wait, one more thing. Did you hear the news that they're gonna scrap NXT UK soon?
Yes, but they are going to expand it to NXT Europe, which makes more sense anyway. All the European guys were coming in to NXT UK to begin with.
Yeah, I think that is actually kind of exciting, bro. The fact that they want to make it an entire continent promotion.
To me, it makes more sense, lah. Make them have a global presence, and then maybe one day, bro, cross our fingers, NXT Asia.
Ooh, we shall see. You know what? Base NXT Asia in Singapore. Woo!
Why not, right?
Yeah, we got the infrastructure. Why not?
Yeah, and then wrestlers can try to pass through here and everything. Well, we'll have to wait and see for that. In the meantime, though, okay, so that's the WWE stuff. Really not too much to talk about because everything sort of is starting to build up. We have a little glimpse of Dexter Lumis again. The title scene, you have Karrion Kross sort of lurking in the background. Roman Reigns seems vulnerable. You gave Drew McIntyre a bit of a shine. He looked strong going in. There are rumors that they want to split the titles again because the network is like, hey, USA is like, hey, we have no main champion.
Yeah, and the best part is Drew McIntyre is not coming with the sword anymore, bro. It's just him being badass.
Yep. Cutting promos where he sounds natural and unscripted.
Speaking of which, bro, are you liking Ronda Rousey better now?
Yeah, see, here's the thing, right? So I don't know why she agreed to be Smiley Ronda in the first place, but now she's just being herself. She didn't. I can't remember if it was on the show or was it like fan footage. But she took a fan's camera to like pretend like she's gonna take a photo with the fan, and then just took selfies of herself. Like damn CB lah, So I'm like, wow, she's really leaning into this.
Apparently, she reposted like the footage of her doing the whole segment where she was emptying the money and like being a badass is expensive, but I can afford it. And you know who was the one that commented on her Instagram?
Who?
You won't believe it, bro. Conor McGregor.
Oh, what did he say?
He said G.
That's
the letter G. Gangsta.
Yeah, G, yeah. Look, this is Ronda in her element. Like, I don't know if this is her just being herself, but it fits, it suits her. And, Triple H obviously is righting a wrong lah. Like, they know that they completely messed up by making her, smiley, baby face, handshaking bullshit nonsense. And here's the thing, she's gonna get cheers for being a heel.
Yeah. But my question is, bro, where does this leave Morgan as a champion?
Look, you know what? I would bite the bullet if I were Trips, and I would give it to Shayna. Just have her get annihilated by Shayna. And then you have Shayna versus Ronda.
Ooh, bro, that is a potential women's main event that can headline.
Exactly right. But you need to, pile a bunch of heat. I mean, Liv still gets cheered. Like, she was booed one episode. Then after that, I think she's, she's still a babyface, likable character, right? So I don't know, like, I keep thinking about, her as a babyface character has a very short shelf life. I feel like people will get sick of it very quick. At some point, she must turn, right?
Yeah, she has to turn heel because I think it's like the law of like realistically, can she really defeat Ronda Rousey in a straight up fight? No.
No.
So the only way for her to win is to be conniving and like smart about it, and she can do that as a babyface.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So I don't know. Is she going to be the plucky babyface forever? Like I said, there is a limit to that before people just roll their eyes, right? And I think Triple H is smart enough to see that. So it's an interesting dichotomy right now. Let's say you have Shayna Baszler becoming a dominant heel champion, right? Yeah. So I guess you could have her lording over, like we talked about last week. She is the Ronda when Ronda is not there.
Yeah, and the best part is like it's not just the main event scene for the women, right? It's not just the single title scene. The tag team title tournaments is happening. This past weekend, Toxic Attraction.
Wait, who got injured? Did Zoe Stark get injured again? Or was it Nikita Lyons?
I didn't know what happened, what caused them to not be part of the tournament.
No, they said injury, but those two always snake bit lah. Every time there's gonna be a major push, one of them gets injured one.
Is it always Stark? I don't think Nikita Lyons always got injury.
Nikita Lyons was injured for a while, then came back. So I don't know, maybe she wasn't ready to come. I haven't checked out the dirt sheets on this one, but I don't know who was injured. But yes, seeing Toxic Attraction on SmackDown was like, oh, well, this is fresh.
Wait, first of all, honestly, why didn't they just put Toxic into the tournament over Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark? An actual tag team, bro. Why not?
Maybe they wanted, to try something else. Give Nikita... maybe they wanted to test Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark, to be honest. Irvin says Lyons not vaccinated cannot go into Canada. Is it? Is that legit? Is that the reason?
Oh, bro. When you tell me these kind of things, must put the source, bro. We want to verify. We don't want to spread fake news. Are you sure?
Exactly, right? Tovakin says Asuka versus Io Sky. Is it because they both Japanese, so must fight?
Don't be racist, bro. Cannot, bro.
No.
You hear MVP say, he tweeted something damn funny. He said, it's okay to not have all the black wrestlers come together to form a black faction. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly, right? Diversity is good. It's a good thing. Okay, so whatever it is, though, I don't think they'll make it past the semis.
Yeah, I mean, Toxic Attraction, I want them to have a good performance.
Yeah.
They look like naturals over there, right? Do you see them? Yeah, they look like...
I'm surprised they didn't show shots of Mandy Rose, though. Like, they only showed JC Jane and Gigi Dolan.
Maybe they're saving them. Maybe they're saving them. I want one more thing on SmackDown. I wanted to hear your thoughts of, bro. Maximum male models being interrupted by Hit Row.
Obviously, they're starting a program. I mean, I like it. I've low-key enjoyed Maximum male models and their stuff. I feel like there's some sort of fallout somewhere. Maxine is gonna turn, or maybe she's working Hit Row, stuff like that. Yeah.
I kind of they're growing on me.
Yeah.
I think the fact that they're leaning into this ridiculousness of it is great. I don't know, man. Like Hit Row came out. Hit Row kind of scared them away, and then they started performing.
Okay. Did it not feel that the rap went a bit long? After a while, I was like bored. Yeah.
The thing is, I was like, it was great, but then why are you performing your entire song? I don't even know anything about this song.
Yeah.
And they didn't really sound that good.
No. See, the thing is, that time when they did the cypher on NXT, they hyped it up for a long time. Yeah. Until, oh my god, dropping their first single, blah, 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 they hyped it up. Here, they sort of just rapped after, and then you thought, okay it's just a few verses. And then it went on. And then it went on. And then it went on. It's like, a bit much.
You know why it was awkward? Why? Every single member had their own verse.
Oh, so everyone needed a time to shine, which was too much.
Yeah, it was too long because you just cut to the chase. And the one thing I remember I like about the cypher was it was Swerve's verse. Swerve's part was the best. I don't think the other three is as good as Swerve.
Yep.
So I do not know. I mean, I love Hit Row, the whole concept of them, but this impression I don't think was a good one. I don't know.
Well, who asked Swerve to go and sign such a contract so fast?
Yeah.
And now he's stuck in the shit show. Somebody mentioned in chat, by the way, just now, and I agree wholeheartedly, right? Now that SmackDown and Raw, I mean, more like SmackDown lah, but now that the WWE has stepped up, right? It really highlights how bad Dynamite and Rampage were.
Dynamite Rampage was good because the other show was shit, not because they were good.
Yeah, but now that the other show is better, now you start to see, don't get me wrong, and we'll get to the AEW stuff in a bit. There are bright spots as usual, but the bad is still bad.
Yeah, the bad is bad. And
meanwhile, on the WWE side, everything seems to have a new energy. Will it last though? That's the question, right? Of course, now it's fresh. Every time there's a fresh injection of leadership, of talent, things will get fresh. But can it last? We'll have to wait and see lah.
Okay, one thing I know about the wrestling world, right? I think just by doing this podcast, how many times, bro, have we seesawed between saying WWE sucks, AEW is good, AEW sucks, WWE is good. We've I think gone back and forth multiple times, right?
Yeah.
I think this is just a case of like Triple H right now is bringing this honeymoon period to WWE, and for Tony Khan and AEW, the honeymoon period is kind of over.
Not only is it over, a lot of the problems that, like, that the honeymoon glossed over are starting to show. And like I said, we will get into the stuff. I just very quickly want to mention the women's tag team division. All of a sudden, the women's tag team titles mean something, right? So on the Raw side, you have Control. Did they officially call themselves Control, by the way?
No, not yet. I don't see any official. I don't know if they've been talking about it, but I haven't seen any official.
So, okay, Io Sky and Dakota Kai versus Alexa Bliss and Asuka. Very interesting that is sort of the semi-final and not the finals, huh?
I'm thinking Asuka and Alexa Bliss, they are both great fan favorites, but I don't see them being a team. Like, they haven't explained why are they a team.
Sure. We had nobody else, so we put them together lah. That's why lah. This is an NXT thing. You know, every time they do one of these dusty tag team classics, right? Yeah, it's like, these two are tag, like Riddle and who are the time? Pete Dunne.
Yeah, but then they became cool. They became a thing.
Yeah. So it's almost as if they are like, okay, we'll put you two together, see if you become a thing or not.
Yeah, but I don't mind using that technique, but I feel like they haven't done any interactions together. They haven't like tried to kind of build some sort of chemistry outside the ring. So I don't know. I feel like there's a temporary alliance, and against Io Sky and Dakota Kai, clearly they are the favorites. So it's really a foregone conclusion.
Which makes the finals very interesting, right? Because you got, like we talked about, Dakota Kai and Io. Oh God,
yeah.
Io Sky. Them versus.
You did a Bailey.
I did really. Them versus either Toxic Attraction, which doesn't make sense because it's heel versus heel, or Aaliyah and Raquel Rodriguez. Look, Raquel I get, but Aaliyah is not ready. Aaliyah, like, why is she there?
But maybe that's the whole point. Do you think so?
Yeah.
Like, they gotta have this underdog, like, you unlikely person to enter the finals, but they have this big bodyguard protector in Raquel. That's my logic of why I think they're pushing Aaliyah. And Aaliyah has her fans, bro.
What? Okay.
No, I'm serious. I ain't kidding.
Sure.
I look at Instagram, I look at Twitter, bro.
Bro, Danhausen. Well, I mean, sure, fine. Danhausen has fans,
come on.
Effy has fans. Everybody has fans, right?
Okay. My argument, my counter argument is that Aaliyah is the new thirst trapper, bro, in WWE.
Irvin says she's there to take the pin. Makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah, perfect. But yeah, I think they just want to highlight this girl that has a lot of fans. So okay.
She's there. She has a record. Quickest win. Bullshit. Let me just very quickly go through chat. WWE just filed for damage control. Okay, so is that what they're going to be called? Damage control? Doc says it's not fair to compare AEW and WWE. They have different production budgets, different age in company, different intended vibe. Yes, one's outlaw mud show with a very rich boss, and the other one's an actual corporation with, shareholders and a legitimate company.
We can try not to compare them, but I would say that everyone else is comparing them regardless of the conditions. So like, why fight the tide? You know what I mean? Yeah,
true that. Okay, so WWE, everyone's looking good. The Triple H glow is there. Let's talk about the stink now.
Oh my God.
On the pro wrestling scene that is AEW. Well, Jon Moxley, and thus, by association, AEW.
What's scary, bro? The fact that these two companies are going to have back-to-back shows next week. And we're going to be previewing both shows, but the fact that they are literally neck in neck in terms of like, people can literally watch one WWE event one day, one AEW event one day. They're going to make comparisons, bro.
Oh, for sure. And, a pun intended, but AEW is going to throw everything at the wall, right? Like they are going to do. See, here's the thing. by throw everything against the wall, I don't mean do it in a smart way. I mean the Young Bucks are going to jump off scaffoldings. They're going to do their 100 miles per hour match. We all know that, right? Let's say AEW is the one that keeps comparing themselves with the WWE. WWE don't care. Well, that's the tradition or the long-standing thing, right? Like you never acknowledge your competition, especially if they're smaller than you.
Yes, correct. So the fact that WWE doesn't do it, I think it's par for the course.
Yep.
The fact that AEW does it so many times just reinforces the fact that they're number 2.
Well, it's the Tony thing. And remember last week we drew so many comparisons to WCW. Even in WCW's worst time, did they not have a world champion that was such an embarrassment to the sport of pro wrestling? So I guess we're going to jump into it. And I don't know if you guys have seen, you must have at least seen the clips because we are all wrestling fans here, right? Like,
Yeah.
we're talking about the match between, okay, Jon Moxley, he's the interim AEW champion, but he's also the GCW champion. Whatever that fucking means, right?
Game changer wrestling. Bro.
Yeah, I whatever, garbage match, garbage can wrestling, or whatever the hell.
Okay.
Look, there is a place in time for indie wrestling, joke wrestling, comedic wrestling, right? When you are just sort of watching it with a bunch of friends, you're drunk, having a little bit of fun, whatever, right? Doc says Goldberg. Why? That doesn't even make any sense. Goldberg, as trash as he was as a wrestler, still represented the company with, I don't know if you would use the term dignity, but he's still a figurehead, right? He's somebody you can put the title on and make the company look good. Here in Jon Moxley, what you have is this guy who is going out and just basically living out his worst tendencies ever. Doing a garbage match. I don't care if you think nobody's watching. This is the age of social media. People will know. Even back in the day, people would have written articles about it. People will know, right? So you get into a match versus this guy and you have one of your finishers on him and he's fucking jacking off. He literally is just wearing swim trunks, this Effy guy. And as he has him in the rear naked choke, he sticks his hand into his trunks and starts, well, playing pocket pool. Great. All right. I guess that's cute. Yeah, that's cute and everything for an indie show if you weren't the AEW champ. You know what I mean?
Okay. I didn't watch the match until the end. I only stopped at them having a kissing contest.
Yeah.
That was the thing that I was like, okay, this is too much already. But I didn't know that they went further. My main question, bro, did his dick get hard or not?
I don't care. I don't care whether it got hard or not. That's not the point. See, I feel like there is room for wrestling or content like that, but not when you're the AEW champ. And this is on Tony Khan more than it is on anybody else for putting the world champion, the figurehead of your company, on a guy that's gonna go out and do whatever shit. How stupid are you? Then you go and think about this from a business logical sense, right? And this obviously will get out, social media, and this will get in front of these executives on the board, at Warner and what Discovery, right? And they're like, this is your champion. Why are we promoting this garbage? As it is, their contract is coming up already. Okay, so I'm wondering, right? Like now, remember when Dean Ambrose, aka Jon Moxley, when he first left the WWE, he was going on about, oh yeah, they wouldn't let me do this and that. They gave me some shitty angles. I'm like, well, maybe they did you a fucking favor, bro. Maybe they were protecting you from yourself, And then even the kissing thing, like, okay, fine, like, as a distraction, sure, whatever, right? It doesn't take away from the fact that the match was shit to begin with. Yeah. Like, did you see the punches that the Effy was throwing, and then Moxley no-selling them, and it just looked like a joke. This is the sort of stuff people will point to and say, "You like this crap? You like this pro wrestling? This is what this is," and it's embarrassment. It's embarrassment to the sport that we love. And he's an AEW champion. Once again, if he wasn't AEW champion, if he was just some guy who's not even in AEW, whatever, then sure, fine, okay, it's a joke thing. Like, people will do stupid shit one lie. You can't stop people from doing that. But you are the AEW champion. And this is on Tony Khan for not sort of putting his foot down and saying, hey, I'm paying you a full-time salary. Why do you need to go around and do this shit?
When Moxley came to AEW, do you remember when he first left WWE, his contract expired, and then he put out this super cool video that he was breaking out of prison. Do you remember that?
Yep.
That Moxley was the one that I wanted. Like, he presented himself seriously.
Yep.
Even when he debuted at Double or Nothing the first time when he attacked Kenny Omega, I felt the danger. I felt like, okay, this is gonna be like a more badass side of Moxley. I think he managed to keep to that standard until he became the Pandemic Champion, I think.
The Pandemic Champion.
Even like the first time when he had that death match with Omega, I could kind of forgive him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you're absolutely right. His worst tendencies is taking over him, bro.
Yeah, so it's a snowball effect, right? It's like, okay, first he joins AEW, he doesn't know where he stands, so he's not going all out with his crazy ass ideas. And then he realizes, oh, okay, Tony Khan is just greenlighting everything. Now I'm just gonna push it as far as I can push it. I bleed every single match. Fucking, like, no reason also, ear bleed, eye bleed, forehead bleed, whatever the case may be, right? And then, Doc says, shouldn't the issue be with Effy and not Mox? No, Mox is the veteran. You are the champion. You should dictate how your image is and not be involved in shit like that. I have no problem if Mox, as the AEW champion, went in there and mollywopped, or just beat, or had a back and forth match, sure, but had a good, proper wrestling match that looks professional, right? Not a garbage match where people are kissing each other and then you're putting him. And the craziest part is when people were criticizing Effy about it on social media, he was like, you'd be surprised at who came up with these spots. Implying that Moxley was the one who came up with these spots. Well, if he is, and whatever, I don't care who came up with the spots, as a veteran, as somebody who is a representative of a company, you should know better. And if this is the type of stuff you want to continue doing, then maybe you should drop the title, pass it off to somebody else, and, not make your company look like that in front of people.
You know what? I'm embarrassed to say this, and I think you'll be embarrassed for me. But I'm just plugging my Sportskeeda article for a while. I recently just wrote, and this is not my idea. My editor told me to write this.
Okay. Well, covering backside, no? Covering backside. Let's go.
Covering backside. But I hope, for the sake of this discussion, I hope you guys check it out. I wrote this article that says 3 reasons why Jon Moxley is better than Roman Reigns and 2 reasons why he isn't. So,
bro, I can't find a single reason that Moxley is better than, unless you are a fan. Look, if you are a fan, you don't need reasons. You know what I mean? But objectively, right, there is...
Bro, objectively, that was one of the most difficult articles I've ever had to write. And I credit my ability as a writer to be able to pull that off. So if you want to see some foreign penmanship and magical creative writing abilities, you go check out the article, bro.
I want to show you, I can't find it, I'm looking for the link right now, but somebody literally put up a video of Jon Moxley and Roman Reigns the last time we saw them. The last time we saw Roman Reigns, he was holding the 2 belts at SummerSlam, defeating Brock Lesnar, looking like a straight-up badass. And then side by side with Jon Moxley choking out Effy, who's jerking it off in his Speedos, and then kissing each other after that. I'm like, wow, there's your WWE champion and your AEW champion. Like,
that's why Roman Reigns said in an interview, if Moxley was wanted to be a star in WWE, he would have been one.
Yep. But he look, maybe he's just a free spirit, right? And he's gonna do the things he wants to do. He's an artiste, and there should be room for that. Just don't put your main championship on him. Simple as that. It's very simple.
And I think in that regard, I think we have to talk about the CM Punk Jon Moxley promo that started off Dynamite last week.
I'm wondering, okay, so they all of a sudden move the title match instead of All Out to Dynamite. Okay, one of 2 things is happening here. Either A, Tony Khan really is embarrassed and is like, okay, let's just get the title off of Mox right away. He's trying to correct the mistake and just give it away on free TV. Or is it going to be a schmoz, DQ, no definitive winner, sort of a deal so they can stretch it out?
Yeah. I tend to believe that's the latter. Although we have to kind of touch on this whole Hangman controversy because I think that might also play to the booking as well, bro.
So, okay, do you think it's a shoot or work? So
It-
okay, right now they're playing it off as a shoot. Like CM Punk went into business for himself, and he wasn't scripted, quote unquote. He didn't tell anybody that he was going to call Hangman out, and then obviously that's why nobody came out. Hangman's music didn't play. He didn't come out. Made Hangman look like a punk, right?
Mhm. But I believe this is him like really going to business for himself. Or he is addressing some things that Hangman said or did that was disrespectful to him. And I read the comments that he made. We posted it on our Instagram about the interview that Hangman made. You saw that, right? As well, right?
Where Hangman basically said like he didn't need to listen to the so-called veterans, blah blah blah, implying that some of these like WWE guys, maybe CM Punk himself, had tried to give him advice, but he's like, "Nah, fam,
I'm good. I'm
good.
young. I'm free.
I'm with the elite." And here's the thing. Like we talked about this, like that divide within the company now of elite guys, like your Young Bucks, Kenny, and Hangman, right? Because he's friends with them, and then you have the quote unquote veterans who have actual, headlining experience, and how these elite guys they just kind of they don't want to listen, they want to do things their way.
Yeah, exactly. And also there's also this story about how Hangman actually shoot on CM Punk during his promo to build up their Double or Nothing match. Did you went back and check out that promo?
No. How? In what way?
What he said was, being a champion is not just in front in the ring and in front of the cameras. When the cameras are off, in the quiet moments, that's when you are a champion. Implying, according to what the dirt sheets are saying, that was a shoot. That was like a subtle shoot on CM Punk on his character backstage ever since he came back to AEW. And like going further down the rabbit hole, a lot of people are saying that what's been happening with Colt Cabana recently. Do you realize that?
Well, he's gone now. He just hasn't showed up.
He just has completely disappeared from being in the Dark Order. He's not being booked. And a lot of people are saying that CM Punk is using his influence to kind of influence things lah. And that was Hangman trying to stand up for his friend, but yeah.
Yeah, I look at CM Punk, right? And he reminds me of one of those guys. And I feel like in every office, in every part of life, there is going to be some fella like that who is obviously good at what they do. Don't get me wrong, he's very good. But he's also very particular and will use his spot to get rid of people who he doesn't think that, suits his purposes. I'm sorry, but, back in the day, Triple H was kind of that guy, if you think about it.
Yeah, but again, those guys are the ones that will rise to the top. Yeah. Those guys are going to be the one that sets the tone for the company.
Like Stone Cold didn't want to play ball, right? As much as we love and respect Stone Cold, there was a point where he was like, "Nah, fam, I don't want to lose to Brock Lesnar on free TV."
But ask you this question, bro. Do you see a bit of yourself in CM Punk also?
A bit of myself?
Yes.
In what way?
Okay,
obviously I'm not an athlete.
No, I see a bit of myself in CM Punk in the sense that I think both me and him, we do not like bureaucracy. We don't like to everything politically correct.
Sure.
I'm not afraid to kind of speak my mind. And but I also feel I'm very aware that sometimes I can be very misunderstood. Like people will always have this impression of me that it's not necessarily the truth.
Right. Tovakin says, except Triple H told it to their faces. Ooh. So yeah, there's this whole thing where like CM Punk, he sneaky lah. He go around, he doesn't like people. He will like to Tony Khan.
Yeah. Okay. And I don't want to be lame, but CM Punk and me, we share almost the same birthday, bro.
Bro, I am looking in your eyes, and you know what I see? I see the cult of personality.
Oh my god. We are one. Okay, but I'm not gonna be a fucking horoscope guy or fucking Scorpio guy, whatever shit. But he displays like typical characteristic of a Scorpio guy, bro. I'm not gonna go further than that. I'm just saying that if you read it up, it's exactly what I think when I think of a Scorpio guy. Yeah.
As a manager, right? I look at somebody like CM Punk, and I realize that he brings value to the company, but he can also be a detriment in that, not everything you think is great, right? But you need somebody like that to bring you to the heights. So
But again,
he's a conundrum, yes.
but again, right? I haven't seen anything that CM Punk been doing since he come out from AEW that is not great.
Yeah, yeah.
He essentially is the best part of AEW throughout his entire run.
But okay, running a company and putting on a show, two different things. So you have all these other sort of people that you have to quote unquote coddle or be nice to, or that you've promised. And this once again goes down to Tony Khan or whoever is in talent management right now. But I would assume that CM Punk has that close relationship, or he has direct access to Tony Khan. And Tony Khan is not a seasoned sort of a promoter like a Vince or like Triple H, who has been in the industry for such a long time, right? So this is where the years of experience comes into play, that they can sort of manage. And well, CM Punk is quite known for being hard to manage lah.
But the problem with Tony Khan is that he kind of like showed his cards too early. Didn't he go on the press conference saying that he loves CM Punk?
Yeah.
CM Punk has saved his company. He's the one that's jerking off CM Punk.
He's a mark, what? We all know that.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with that. But then, okay, there needs to be that line, right? You need to step away then. I know you're a fan, but let the people who deal with talents deal with talents. And don't empower people to the extent where they can go off and do whatever the hell they want, which is exactly what is happening in AEW right now. You have the worst tendencies in everybody showing up. And like we said, CM Punk, he's the cream, he rises to the top. But he's going to step on so many people's heads and so many people's faces along the way. It's causing this dissension backstage.
Don't you remember a couple of weeks back, there was this report about Tony Khan. They say he was very unprofessional, or he was just shouting a lot, and then he actually begged AEW staff backstage from quitting because they threatened to leave, and then he had to beg him to stay. Do you think you can put two and two together, and do you think it's CM Punk?
Well, I mean, knowing CM Punk and his respect and love for the business, he probably sees this Jon Moxley shit and probably goes, yeah, give me the fucking title right now. Can you imagine if that's exact? I don't know why, but part of me feels like Dynamite will have CM Punk win the title already, and that's it. We just shove Jon Moxley to the side because he's an embarrassment.
But the thing is, like, Tony Khan didn't even strip the title out of CM Punk when he was injured, right? He created interim just for CM Punk. So my thinking is that is really favoritism. What do you think he'll do the same thing for other people?
I don't know. Okay, to be fair, he's done so before. Like, remember the TNT Cody interim belt? Even though he was away for just 1 week only, next week he come back already. It's like, okay, sure. But you know what? I don't think that's favoritism. It could have been a good. Like I talked about, like in the UFC, right? When a champion gets injured, they pull out an interim belt. So there is precedent. This is not something completely new. It keeps a belt relevant, and then there's the built-in story of the champion comes back, and now they have to fight to unify. Oh, I'm the undisputed. No, I'm the champion while you're away. Blah blah blah. So I think and they watched the storyline as we've talked about, right? We should have had a heel holding the championship so that you can have a heel face clash, unify with CM Punk. So I don't think that is the case. He just like, okay, I just give it to Mox because I don't know why he gave it to Mox.
I didn't get it. Remember when the tournament was happening and I was like, Mox the champion again? Really?
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, I feel like Mox, when he came back from his rehab, I thought he was fresh. The whole BCC is like a thing. But I thought the main guy was going to be Bryan Danielson.
And look, I mean, Bryan Danielson, we know as like this guy who'll just go along. He's a nice guy. He doesn't want to ruffle any feathers. And that's why he's sort of like, he wants to promote Daniel Garcia, which is great, admirable. But at some point, I feel like he should toss his weight around a bit and be like, no, let me tell you what we should do.
Yeah, because he tosses his weight around in the ring and he's a badass. Everyone respects that,
Yeah.
He opened his mouth and talk. Okay. But again, let's moving away for a bit from this CM Punk and Jon Moxley situation, right? The Daniel Garcia match that he had with Bryan Danielson this time around, I thought was well done.
Yep.
That was really, really good. And I thought that is the way to showcase Daniel Garcia, not have him beat Danielson, like, on his return match.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, so now it seems like everybody in the BCC is sort of having their own little side feuds, right? So you got Garcia and Danielson, you got, who else? Claudio, poor thing on Rampage. Oh my God, I cannot.
Fighting Dustin Rhodes.
Which is going to be a great match, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure, but it's going to be on Rampage.
Poor Rampage, not poor Claudio, poor Rampage,
Yeah.
the fact that he has fallen from grace.
Like Rampage is the show you watch the first match, that's it. The rest is just absolute garbage, and they know it, so they don't even care. This past weekend was week was what? The Best Friends versus the Trustbusters.
That was the week before, bro.
Huh? No, it was this past week. What?
No,
was it not?
This one was like a singles match. I think Parker Boudreaux fought someone in a singles contest.
Sunny Kiss.
But you know, I can't remember. You know what? I don't even.
Nobody.
The only thing I remember from Rampage was Claudio and that one Dustin Rhodes.
Oh yeah, with Claudio, and then he was in the ring cutting his promo, right? And then you had fucking what's his name already? Steve Blackman wannabe standing behind him, just sort of just very extra. Wheeler Utah just standing there quietly, like, bro, are you gonna say something? What? You just come out with him, do nothing.
Poor guy lah. Can you believe it, bro? It's been 1 year since Rampage's debut and like CM Punk's first dance.
Yep.
So
and the ratings have plummeted like less than half. So hey, why not? I just change Rampage to a Ring of Honor show.
I would do that.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe they are working on some sort of other deal on a different network. But as it is, AEW should be worried about themselves, whether they have a network or not, in 2 years' time. Especially when your champion is going around fighting garbage wrestlers, jerking themselves off.
Oh my God. But you know what? I would keep the Rampage name and call it ROH Rampage.
Sure.
Weekly show.
Yeah.
It's fine. But you're right. If they were to change networks, what's gonna happen to the TNT title and TBS title, bro?
Yeah, okay, just rename to whatever network. If they go to Spike, it become the Spike Network. If they go to
the Disney Plus Championship.
Why not? Well, actually, Warner, right? So they would be HBO, the HBO title. Actually, that sounds cool because HBO used to have boxing matches. They still do have boxing matches.
Nice.
So that sounds legit.
Yeah, but I mean, they dug their own hole when they started naming after their networks lah.
Yeah, pretty much so. So, I mean, it's rough watching AEW right now. The promo between Punk and, just to get back to it, right? Promo between Punk and Moxley was good. Like, I didn't hate it. Mox was kept to
a minimum.
A minimum because you had someone like Punk in there. But the pre-promo where he just went off on Hangman Page. As a Punk fan, did that make you lose a bit of respect? Or was it like, shit on the guy if he's not pulling his weight?
No, I actually like it. I actually love the fact that CM Punk is calling out all these people for their bullshit. When he was having all this back and forth with Eddie Kingston like last year.
Yep.
Like, I love everything because the reason why that made for such great TV was Eddie Kingston is not going to be sensitive and take that shit lying down.
Right.
Like, CM Punk fuck him, he's going to fuck him back. Then that becomes great television, right?
But here's my thing, right? Like, there is something that will lead to an angle. So like, there is the sort of promo that you cut somebody down, but it leads to something. That, like you said, Eddie Kingston will fire back and they can have a fiery match, right? But then with Hangman Page, I feel like it felt like a cheap shot. Like, Hangman Page was not there to reply, nor will he, probably have I don't know what the hell he's doing, honestly.
But I think it was a receipt, and that was what it was communicated backstage. Like, CM Punk didn't started it.
Okay.
Hangman Page did. So, like, in wrestling, physically in the ring, if somebody stirs shit or like punch too hard, like Brock Lesnar fucking whack back Braun Strowman, he's like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
So maybe if you want to do a verbal receipt, maybe this is Punk's way of saying, okay, I'm gonna fuck you up, I'm gonna embarrass you right now. You don't repeat the shit that you did that time.
But here's the thing. Hangman Page, Young Bucks, they're all that camp, that elite camp. They're all very sensitive boys. Cowboy with deep thoughts, as it were.
Oh my God.
How is he going to take that? You know what I mean? Like, this is a totally different sort of vibe, different, I don't want to say generation, but like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's a millennial. Like, millennials are just going to cry and emo and sing Fall Out Boy songs. I know.
Hey! Don't you dare insult Fall Out Boy. Nothing wrong with Fall Out Boy songs.
Hey, I love Fall Out Boy, but I cry to Fall Out Boy songs sometimes. I don't know why, but
Okay.
sure. Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's kind of funny lah. Like it'll be interesting to see how Hangman Pages respond. But interesting, bro. Since he dropped the title, what the fuck has Hangman Page been doing?
Nothing. So
Yeah.
what? Are you going to blame that on CM Punk? Like he's playing backstage politics, or?
If nothing else, I would thank CM Punk for saying my name. Kept me relevant.
Oh, right. True. Well, I mean, isn't that what this whole trios title is all about? To keep this group, this faction within the company relevant. So, okay. Anything else you want to add to the Mox CM Punk thing?
I can't wait what happens on Dynamite. That's all I can say.
I mean, it's made it must watch, but I personally, honestly feel like they're doing it to get rid of the title. I mean, take it off of Mox. So you have a proper champion as opposed to an embarrassment of a champion.
But what happens then going to All Out? Is there going to be a new challenges to step up in time?
Yeah, Hangman Page.
Ooh.
Yeah, because they've obviously laid the groundwork for that. Like, I don't know if CM Punk really went in there and like went into business for himself. In a way, maybe it was a setup for the pay-per-view. I'm more concerned with the fact that, you know, you have a champion that's out there embarrassing the sport.
Yeah. Like, honestly, I will take CM Punk talking shit about other people if I know he will deliver great promos every week. He will always have great matches. Like, yeah, call him out. Like, if Stone Cold talk shit about someone else, you think everyone's going to get emo about it if you like talk shit about Baba Ray Dudley or last 20 years ago?
Also, there is one more wild card. Imagine he takes the title off. There's this one man that he could feud with that literally doesn't need a belt. You know who we're talking about. Like,
no.
Let's say CM Punk beats Jon Moxley, unifies the title, he's the champion, and then this person's music plays. Immediately, you have a main event already. Don't even need to build.
Bryan Danielson?
No, actually, that's another fella. Sure.
Okay. Who do you have in mind, bro?
MJF, bro.
Oh,
yeah. Like, literally, the music has to play. He stands at the entryway and Dynamite. That's it. You have your main event of All Out already.
And knowing Tony, right, the moment the Dynamite ends, as first announced on Tony Khan on Twitter, MJF was the scene.
No. Oh, this is long-term storytelling, blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah. Calm down, bro. Yeah, I feel like it could be a setup for him to come and just get the title of Moxley and then let him go and do whatever the fuck he wants to do, and then, you know, everyone can be happy. Or it could be a schmoz ending.
Man, we shall see. But I think I'm fine if it goes to All Out as Punk and Mox. I think it will keep the fire going. Fine if it goes to Mox, MJF and Punk. Honestly, I don't mind a triple threat as well. Hangman Page, Punk, and Mox, like, get them to settle all the differences out there. Who knows?
Yeah. I feel like. Sorry.
Shout out to Sir Who's. He just said, "Hi, what did I miss?" You miss a lot, bro.
Oh, you miss Effy. You miss Ring of Rebirth. You miss just a lot. A lot of good stuff. Some embarrassing stuff, courtesy of Moxley and AEW.
Yeah, please watch it on demand. I appreciate it.
But yeah, so okay, that leads us to All Out, which we will talk about, you know, as we get closer. We're only 2 weeks away, right?
Yeah, so next week is gonna be our preview show for both.
Of All Out and Clash at the Castle. At this point, Clash at the Castle is, I mean, I'm a WWE fan, so okay, this should come to no surprise. But this is the Triple H era of WWE, so my anticipation for Clash is actually higher.
My anticipation for whatever the hell is going on with CM Punk is very high. So balances out, I guess.
So. Well, if anything, there's a lot for us to watch and talk about. It's just a lot to watch. That's the other thing. It's a lot to watch.
Yeah, it is. It is. Clearly I have no life other than wrestling, so.
Okay. One more thing. So we talked about the Elite and, you know, the best friends club, basically. Our best friend is back. Is he back too early? Because apparently, according to the commentary, he's still kind of injured. That's why he was wearing a shirt with compression, like, you know, support and shit like that.
Kenny Omega back after 9 months?
Yeah. Did they ask him to come back too early because the two boys needed a goddamn title?
I don't know. I think it's too early. You can tell he's still injured.
Yeah, and he looks weird wearing the shirt, right? It's like The Rock when he came back wearing the singlet because he had tete surgery.
Yeah, it's exactly the same. Like he really recover, but he
Yeah.
just haven't taken off all the scars yet. Maybe he got tete plaster on his chest. I don't know.
Sure. Sir Who's, please get well soon. He said he kena COVID this week. So yes, please take care of yourself, drink lots of water, my friend.
Oh man, a great way to wake up and please join us. We're gonna dive into Kenny Omega right now.
I didn't watch his 9-minute promo of him, masturbating verbally in the ring. Yeah. I couldn't be bothered. What did he say?
He called the audience pussycats or like baby cats. Yeah.
Why?
Okay, so I don't know, the promo like typical elite, like very like double entendre, always got double meaning one, Yeah. When Hangman Page said, it's in these quiet moments, that's when you're a true champ. There's a double meaning. So for Kenny Omega, he was saying like, let me think. Let me kind of reorganize my thoughts.
So typical oversensitive bullshit lah.
Yeah. Look, the first part of it, he cut a very babyface promo. Which was weird because I'm like, okay, so he's babyface, but then why did he come back with Don Callis? Okay, that's one thing.
Oh yeah, okay, that was the big thing. So he and the Young Bucks are face right now. But he came back with Don Callis, who's obviously a heel, a heat.
He ain't gonna change. He ain't gonna change.
And JR is shitting on him on commentary. So none of this seems to be communicated, huh? Like nobody told JR, okay, now treat him as a face.
Because I think Don Callis came to the commentary and just started shitting on JR.
Yeah.
JR just.
So why does he have a heel? Like it really stinks of I'm just here with my friends. It's very NWO. It's very Kevin Nash, Scott Hall bringing Eric Bischoff bringing all their friends.
Yeah. Okay. Now I remember what Kenny Omega said. So he was like kind of throwing verbal shots at some people. He said like, we are not a tribute act. We are not comedy. We are not selfish. We are not in this for selfish gains and selfish means. And like I think he basically trying to say that you guys should appreciate the Young Bucks because they are much better than all of you give them credit for. Yeah, I know. And then suddenly Nick or Matt Jackson came on the mic and said like, don't cheer us. You really booed us for a year. And then suddenly he started cutting a heel promo after that.
So they're basically being a bunch of belligerent children lah.
They're just being sensitive fuckboys lah.
Like, oh my god, like, look, honestly, they are now understanding, right, that you have a full-time weekly TV show and you are not ready for the big leagues. It's very obvious, and they can't take it because they were big shits in the indie scene. They were big deals, right? They were sung as heroes, highlight reel, but once again, they didn't listen to the advice that was given to them to the legit money-drawing main event talents. They want to do things their way, which is fine. But when the crowd sees actual main event talent and cheer them instead of these guys, they get salty about it. That's all I'm seeing.
Yeah. And the thing is about Omega is like, the first part, he was trying to cut a babyface promo. He said that, I'm only saying this right now because you're off TV, so I can like say from the heart, be myself.
Sure.
But you can't cheer me you can't cheer me during TV because I gotta be a bad guy, blah, blah, blah. And then suddenly he cut into his heel promo, and then he said like, I came back for you guys. Whether I'm injured or I had to put myself back together, I came back for the fans. Sometimes I will hate you guys lah for doing this to me. Something like that. Like they said like, you guys are like small cats. I liken you guys to like this annoying house cat where you guys will shit all over the place, poop all over the place. By the end of the day, like, I can't say no to you guys. Something like, it's just so weird. They just basically call the audience cats lah.
Irvin says they meta themselves until everyone confused. Sometimes wrestling is better black or white. Look, like, I feel like Triple H had... I mean, Triple H's stories back in Black and Gold weren't all perfect, but he struck the balance, I feel. He struck the balance between, okay, we know who's the good guy, bad guy, but there's still a little bit of inside, like, joke. If you know, you know. But they don't throw the if you know shit in your face, right? Mm-hmm. The Young Bucks, Kenny, is like, they just live to Shok Sindiri lah. They really Shok Sindiri only.
Okay. Yeah, it's tough lah, because when I saw Kenny Omega in New Japan, right, he was so well presented. I think the company also put in some effort to like kind of make him feel like a big deal.
Because the company made him feel like a big deal. And now that they have the reins, once again, everybody's worst tendency is being shown because they don't have an effective leader. You can have the best talents, but if you have a leader who lets everybody just do whatever the fuck they want, it's gonna be all over the place. That's why we have a show where it's the worst of the worst and the best of the best. Only if the best is there. If the best is gone, why? It's all the worst of the worst.
That's why, there's this saying lah. I don't know whether you know this saying, like
Mm.
paradise is actually hell, but for the people who live there.
Ah, okay.
Okay, let me try to explain it. Like, okay, for example, people all like super religious, and I want to be like a good person in this life so that I can enjoy myself in paradise, right?
Yeah.
And then when I go paradise, I can have all the food. The food is bountiful. I can have all the wives I want. I have thousands of wives, or like I can just whatever I want in paradise, I can get it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The concept of it feels like this beautiful thing, but if you put it in the hands of humans, humans are like, oh yeah, paradise. I'm gonna fuck all the people I want. I'm gonna eat all the fuck I want. I'm just gonna get fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they'll screw it up lah.
Yeah. So like, I think paradise is paradise except for the people who. Paradise is hell for the people who are actually eating. I don't know what's the exact term, but you kind of get what I mean.
Sure. Tobakin says
Humans
New
can-
Japan. Huh?
Humans can never have a good thing, like. That's what I'm trying to say.
Tobakin says New Japan really sold Omega to the moon. Yeah. Well, okay. To me, the Bucks, Omega, and Hangman, that group lah, it feels like they have drank their own Kool-Aid and they think that they are better, they know more. When in reality, they've been the kings of a small pond. Now they've been a big fish in a small pond. Now they're in a big pond. Like it or not, you want to compare them to the WWE or not, they are there, you know? They are small fish in a big pond and they cannot take it, so they're getting salty.
You know who I think is the smartest guy?
Who?
Out of all of them.
Wait. Is it Chris Jericho?
No.
No?
Close, but no.
No, because, okay, to me, like, Chris Jericho is just there doing whatever, aligning himself or getting into programs with the hottest people. For good or for bad, he's just collecting the money.
Yeah.
He just shook money, yeah. Who?
I think the smartest guy out of this whole situation was and is Cody Rhodes.
Yes! He came in, he got all the shine, he elevated himself, right? I'm sure he got a nice paycheck for him and his wife. And then when he realized there's too much bullshit going on here, it's like, okay, I've elevated myself to main event talent status. Now I go to where main event status people are actually promoted in the right way.
The best part is, before Cody Rhodes left WWE, Young Bucks were already a thing. Kenny Omega was a thing. So when Cody Rhodes left WWE and he was like all alone and like had to rebuild himself, he sought advice from Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens says like, go reach out to the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks will take care of you in the Indies. So he went, he established himself within the Elite. He built up, some sort of cachet there.
Yeah.
Then using the thing that, like, the fame that he got from the Elite, he built his own nightmare shit. Became his EVP self. He was the only guy that actually tried to act like an EVP. He tried to be a talent relations guy, tried to sign people, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And when he realized like all this shit, he could see it from afar. He's like, okay, this trouble in paradise is going to come anytime sooner. I thought you're going to take care of my own problems. I'm just going to fuck off.
Yeah.
Smart, right?
Super smart. Some people are just good performers, but they're not good leaders. And I think if anything, like, Kenny and the Young Bucks, they've shown it, right? The tag team division, atrocious. The women's division, atrocious. Now they moved that responsibility over to Madison Reigns, so we'll see, how that changes and everything. I know, didn't they hire Tony Schiavone to be talent relations as well? Did he do talent relations for WCW back in the day?
No, he was mostly commentary guy. I don't think he ever done a backstage role.
Ooh.
But you think as talent relations, you need a good guy there, lah. Like somebody that the talent kind of appreciates. So even if they have to give the hard news, they're like, okay, I accept it.
Yeah. But I mean, like JR, hopefully JR will, give Tony some advice, right? But yeah, obviously talent relations, especially in a company like that, where everybody has had free reign. Now imagine you are the guy, okay, Foreign, I want you to go and tell people no when I've been saying yes to them this whole time. Good luck, bro. Good luck.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. So it's hard to be the bad guy when you've been the good guy for so long.
No,
But
not
then,
you. Other people have been the bad guy. A good guy. You have to be the bad guy so the good guy doesn't look bad.
that's why JR really hated his talent relations role. What remember?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure because he was friends with everybody, and then when he had to give bad news, he was like, "Well, fuck, this is not it's not me." But
I can't wait for the dark side of the ring AEW. Maybe
I
5
know.
years. Give it 5 years.
That's all I can think, like, oh man, 5 years, 10 years time. Like, I want the tell all backstage gossip about the Young Bucks, about Kenny, about Cody, about all these people.
Okay, before we get too deep in this, right? Last thing I wanted to ask you,
Yeah.
how do you think AEW can regain back their momentum then?
Well, first of all, CM Punk on top.
Yeah.
If anything, you know that when he's there, his segments will mean something. He will be a draw. People will pop for him. And let's not forget, okay, I know I shat on Kenny like for a good 5 minutes, right? But when he came back, the pop was huge.
Yeah, the fans missed him for sure.
Yeah, well, but these are AEW fans, right? So they
There
are
is
gonna
a place for the elite.
Yeah,
I don't.
fucking put them on Rampage lah. Main event of they can main event Rampage. Separate the show so I don't have to watch that show. How about that? But yeah, so they can have their own trios thing there. So for the people who like the trampoline, gymnastics, Cirque du Soleil, wrestling, they can watch Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, the elite and whatnot, right? And then we can watch the rest of the good stuff like the FTR, who look very happy not holding the AEW titles. They're like, fuck it lah.
Yeah, fuck. I'm gonna be the best in the world. I don't need these AEW titles. Fuck.
Yeah, almost in a way they're like, yeah, we know these titles are nonsense anyway.
Oh my god. Yeah, ROR, ROH, and like all these AAA and New Japan has more history than all of that shit combined.
Correct. So I would say Ring of Honor or Friday nights, make it a show and test the waters. Make it like an NXT to the main WWE, Have them put on kick-ass matches, grow an audience and a following. Anything is better than what it currently is, which is the third hour of Dynamite. That's what it is right now.
It's
unimportant
205 live
hour.
right now, bro. It's 205 live.
Yeah, exactly, right? So give ROH a place to shine. Because you have the brand, you have everything there. Let them do the thing there, and then keep Dynamite as it is, a nice tight show. Everything else, Best Friends, Orange Cassidy, Danhausen, whatever, leave that on Elevator, leave that on Dark.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing, right? I feel like you just have to segment all the good shit, put all the good shit at one place, take out all the bad shit, like just give them a spot that is not so well promoted.
Yeah.
And then, see your company do well. Bro, imagine a top 5 main event scene featuring Claudio, featuring Bryan Danielson, featuring CM Punk, featuring Miro.
Oh!
Fuck.
Yeah.
And bring up Hobbs, bring up fucking Ricky Starks there.
Malachi, if they can rehab him somehow. Darby Allin, as much as, Darby Allin is this, like, AEW guy. Like, he has won over audiences. What is he doing now?
Yeah, well, coffin drop matches every few months. I don't know why.
And that's the other thing. Stop bleeding. Stop the gimmick matches. Just build proper storylines. Just have CM Punk MJF style, feuds. Not obviously not all feuds, but you know what I mean, lah.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, I feel like competition breeds competition. So the moment WWE starts to pull ahead, right, of AEW, they will start getting desperate, and you can see how they really fare in a proper like wrestling environment. I think I've always keep going back, and we talked about it last week. I keep going back to Triple H's first statement when Dynamite beat NXT in the ratings.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not just a 1 day battle, 1 week battle. It's like an entire war. It's a whole marathon,
Exactly.
It lasts on.
Yeah, and he's been through it before. He was there when it was WCW versus WWE, and WWF were getting their asses handed to them, right? So he has the experience. Tony Khan doesn't, and he has a bunch of people there who actually, technically, if you think about it, did they live through the Monday Night Wars? Not really.
Yeah, they were mostly on the losing side lah. The Dustin and Andersons.
Like I said, they really seem to be repeating history a la WCW. I really can't wait for the next year and a half, because they'll start contract negotiations before 2 years is up, right? The TV deal is going to be a very big deal. So like I feel like if they go into these negotiations now, where your champion is doing garbage matches with dudes jerking off, and just like embarrassing the company, the network. That's the big problem. The network is gonna go look at that and go, "Oh, we are not gonna support this stuff, so you don't have a TV channel to air your show," and then they're dead. They're dead in the water.
Yeah, it's tough lah. I think at the end of the day, more fun for us to watch, more content for us to see and talk about, right?
Exactly. Well, I don't know. I honestly, I could do with less wrestling to watch.
Yeah,
less
yeah,
bad
less
wrestling. Less bad wrestling. Okay, good wrestling I will watch, but bad wrestling is like, oh, it's tough, man. It's tough.
Well, can't wait. I can't wait what's going on. Is like I said, this is the fall period of the year, and it's the most exciting time in wrestling. Not normal, for sure.
Well, we have All Out, we have Clash at the Castle coming up, so that is definitely something to look forward to. We will be here for that next week to preview it, and then the week after, you'll get our reactions. So Clash is on a weird day, right? Remember, we talked about it being on like a Saturday morning?
Clash is on a Saturday. No, Clash is on a Saturday for them, so Sunday morning for us.
Okay.
And then All Out is a Monday morning for us.
So we'll be, we'll be coming on after All Out lah. And then we'll obviously have our reactions and stuff like that. So
Yep. Well, next week's gonna be fun.
yeah.
So I hope you guys enjoyed our, oh my god, the whole conversation about AEW just made me sad again.
Yeah, I know, right? So actually Dynamite will be interesting to see. If anything, they made Dynamite must watch just for that main event because it is a unification match.
Yeah, we shall see. We shall see what's going on this week.
Huh?
Oh yeah, one more thing. Don't forget A&E biography this week. Edge.
Yes.
A&E rivals. Cena and Edge. At least you know that will always be quality.
Okay, so that's the other thing, right? Like you watch all these A&E specials, and it's just such a juxtaposition when you consider what we've been watching for the past couple of months. That like it just feels like, wow, wrestling used to be good. Like I just every time I watch these, I get this feeling of, wow, there used to be characters that we could really support. Like, was Cactus Jack versus Triple H was the last episode, right? Rivalries.
Yeah, good,
and then you had like this guy in Mick Foley, which everyone loved. Like he sacrificed his body. And then now you have these kids jumping off ladders and smashing themselves, destroying themselves, but not working on the other side, which is to be likable. To have a story that people, will gravitate towards. No, you just like, I hate it when they're like, they were inspired by Mick Foley, obviously, this hardcore style, right? A lot of them probably were, but a lot of them forget that Mick Foley was a likable human being. That's why it worked.
First and foremost, he was a great character.
Yes.
Great personality.
Yeah. The sit-down interview with JR, And then after that, like with Cactus Jack and with Dude Love and everything, like he was a character. He built, and he didn't just throw himself off of cells. Of course, that helped him stand out. But then after that, it took a toll on his body.
Yeah. And the thing is, I think I love and I appreciated Triple H even more when I was watching the Rivals episode as well. Like knowing what he also went through to be that guy, the evolution he took. I wish they had Triple H versus The Rock at WrestleMania, bro, that year. I
mean, he had to as well. Let's face it, he got stuck with the blue blood nonsense. He was like, shit, I better find myself a way out of this. And in a lot of ways, the match with Cactus Jack cemented his legacy as a badass. Because before that, he was still degenerate. He was blue blood, right? So in a way, like, I mean, we all talk about Triple H here, like we love him, Daddy Triple H, he's doing great things. Papa H, right? But let's not forget also, back in the day, he also manipulated himself into that position. It's just that.
Yeah, but I ask you a question, like if I'm a wrestler, right, and I'm an athlete, I want to be the best in the world. Like, I got this dry competitive spirit. Who will I look up to? Triple H or Tony Khan?
Well, Triple H, of course. Why the... What?
I know, so that you already like know who's gonna win this whole situation already, what?
Oh, as in what? Like to win the hearts and minds of the wrestling fan, Triple H or Tony Khan, is it?
And even the wrestlers, like in the long run, like what else can Tony Khan give other than money and freedom? But like,
yeah, True. Like Triple H has been through it all. He can give the advice. He can sit down and understand what they're going through and all that kind of stuff. And yeah. And Triple H is a guy a lot of them grew up watching as well.
So at the end of the day, I feel like it's gonna be the time will tell. Time will kind of give us the answers that we are kind of excited to find out.
Just to put a bow on it, right? I feel like obviously I don't want AEW to go out of business. I want them to compete with WWE so it keeps them on their toes at the end of the day, right? Competition, we always say, is a good thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like for AEW to get their shit together right now, a lot of it is on Tony Schiavone, strangely enough.
Why Tony Schiavone or Tony Khan?
Because Schiavone, because he's the talent relations guy. It's about managing these expectations. Now you have a locker room that's souring. Like we said, the honeymoon period is over, right? Like, are we going to start seeing defections back the other way, even though they've signed contracts and stuff like that? And if they can clean their image up for the WB Discovery executives, because even if they are bringing in money, even if they're doing well, right? They can just throw in a rerun of Friends or whatever, like Big Bang Theory, and it will probably bring them eyeballs the same way. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So put on a blockbuster movie, and the more you go and make your company look like some outlaw mud show with blood and thumbtacks and shit every single week, the more you devalue yourself in the eyes of management. And at this point, when now they have new management, it is just a bad idea. They can do it on pay-per-view. They can blow off all their angles with hardcore matches, blood and whatever on the pay-per-view. That's fine. That's pay-per-view. That's different, right? But on the show itself, they need to be smart and not try to make themselves look foolish.
The only one that can change the situation is Tony Khan.
Yep.
From the top down, like he's the big guy, right? So we shall see. Okay,
with that said and done, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out. Please go and enjoy the rest of your Monday. Enjoy what's left of it anyway, and do what you need to do, people. Of course, as always, if you just dropped by, do us a favor, hit the like if you haven't already, and hit subscribe even if you haven't already. Maybe you've been lurking around in the corners for the past couple of weeks. Hey, hit that subscribe. We would love to see you in the Discord as well. It's in the link in the description. Also, come by and chat with us more about pro wrestling.
Yes, as well. And if you really like what we do, you want to support our cause, the Patreon link is there as well. You want to be a regular patron for us so you can fund our abilities to produce these shows week in and week out. It will be really, really great as well if you consider that.
Absolutely. Bro, guys, the wrestling is heating up. I can't wait to talk more about it. But for now, let's get the hell out of here. My man, thank you as always. It's good seeing you. It's good seeing you as well, chat. It's Mr. Young.
And it's Varun in the building. Have a great week ahead.
Kick to the gut. I like it.